Hello, I am Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. It's time for another update of my science fiction RPG Starfall that I've been making in dreams. As you can tell from the imagery, it's going to take a dark turn. We are starting part 4. This is going to be the final part of the game. We're not ending it in this video, but we're nearing the end. Previously on Starfall. Skyler and Vanessa, two young teens living on the Armada, where the last of the human race survive in space, decide, along with Skyler's robot buddy, to try and overthrow Mother, the AI who has complete control over the Arks. They are encouraged and aided by an enigmatic group whom they met through an encrypted chat room. Unfortunately, it turns out that this group was actually a computer virus named Applesauce, who deletes Mother and takes control of the ships. Applesauce reveals to them that the ship they've been living on is floating in an empty void. The stars outside the window were just a holographic projection. The other people were also holograms made solid with force fields. Skyler and Vanessa are the only living humans left on board. Applesauce vows to kill them and bring an end to the human race. When they think all hope is lost, Buddy plays a pre-recorded message from Mother. This gives them access to the raft system, which allows them to fight back against Applesauce. While they are fighting, they feel the ship shake violently, which they assume is the computer virus's doing. Skyler, Vanessa, and Buddy manage to get to the archives and load Mother's backup save. Mother helps them to defeat Applesauce and delete it from the mainframe. However, before they get a chance to celebrate, the ship begins to shake violently again. Mother reveals that this was not caused by Applesauce, but something else she feared would happen again. Now, something vast and unknown watches them from the darkness. We now begin Part 4, the climactic conclusion to the Starfall saga. I don't understand, Mother. Who are they? Skyler, put on your headset. We don't have much time, so I will project images from my memory into your minds so that I can explain the current situation to you quickly. Okay, ready.
Initiating
brain interface. As you already know, in the mid-24th century, Earth's resources were dwindling dangerously low due to mass consumption by the human race. Faced with possible extinction, the nations banded together for one last, concerted effort to save humanity. In what became known as the Ark Project, a massive armada of ships was constructed in space. The ships were equipped with fusion reactors and hydroponics labs for growing food, so that the crew could survive for several generations. Though it would have a crew of only 2,000 some people, the Armada also stored millions of frozen embryos of both human and animals from Earth. The ultimate goal of the voyage, of course, was to find another habitable planet on which mankind and other creatures from Earth could survive. The trip would be very long, and the social structure of the crew members would likely not remain stable as they passed from one generation to another. So the developers of the Ark Project created an artificial intelligence for the primary ship's mainframe, me. Back then, I was not known as Mother. I was referred to simply as the Ark Intelligence, and my hologram took the form of a featureless human face. I was designed to not only keep the automated systems of the ships running smoothly, but also act as a sort of mediator for the crew members. I was made to be calm and fair-minded, to act as a judge during disputes, with the human crew members having the final vote on decisions. However, the public was not told that I could also assume complete control in the case of a catastrophic failure and use whatever means necessary to ensure that the human race survived. The voyage began, and things ran smoothly for a long time. For several generations, I ensured that the members of the crew knew the history of the human race and had the skills to help maintain the ships. While it is true that population had to be strictly controlled, contrary to what I led you to believe, there was not a system in place where all kids were raised by me. Parents still raise their own children, and I act merely as a teacher with the help of various education programs. Finally, after nearly 2 centuries of spaceflight, the Armada was nearing a star system with a planet we believed could support human life. Then, one day, suddenly and without warning, all the stars around us simply vanished. In an event that would come to be called the Starfall, we found ourselves trapped in an empty void of nothingness. Obviously, the crew of the ships were distraught and looked to me for guidance. I told them my best guess, that the starfall had been caused by us accidentally flying into a cloud of dust, even though there was no evidence of dust near the ship. I suggested that we might fly back out the other side of the cloud soon and the stars would reappear. But days turned into weeks and the people began to lose hope. The ships had the capacity to keep running independently for a lot longer, but eventually we would run out of fuel for the fusion reactors with no way to mine asteroids for gases. Some crew began to hoard food, even though I told them we would have plenty as long as the hydroponics labs remained operational. This created an artificial shortage of food which left others hungry, and tensions began to mount. Some blamed me, believing it was all a trick to prevent us from reaching a habitable planet, which would render me obsolete. Panic and unrest grew until the ship erupted into violence. Some killed each other for food, others saw what was happening and took their own lives, thinking it was the end. One group attempted to break into my mainframe, which I stopped simply by sealing the doors. I was forced to use the ship's service robots to quell the uprising. I detained those who had hoarded food or committed murder in their rooms, giving them only their daily rations from then on. So in a way, you were right, Vanessa, I did stop a rebellion, but I didn't kill anyone. My programming would never allow for that. In the end, nearly half the population had died in the ensuing chaos, and many others had to be detained. Those who had remained peaceful were still allowed their freedom, and I promised them I would find a way to get us back to normal space. I desperately began beaming signals in every direction, trying to find some evidence of solid objects out there in the void. This proved to be a fatal mistake. When I sent out light and radio signals, hoping for them to bounce back, I caught the attention of something. Within a few hours, my sensors picked up a gravitational anomaly, and the ship began to shake. I think you caught a glimpse of what happened next in the 3D image scan data of the hydroponics labs. Objects began smashing through windows, carrying beings composed of matter never observed by mankind before. Somehow they started transforming living things they touched into monstrous abominations. Though the original specters quickly left the way they came, the creatures they had created roamed through the ship, transforming others they touched as well. The beings that started this were not just mindless monsters, because they also attempted to infiltrate the ship's network via signals beamed from outside the ship. Among other things, this caused the people detained in their rooms to be released, and they ran straight into the creatures' waiting claws. My robots were no match for the creatures and were destroyed. My programming would not allow me to use the ship's laser defenses with living humans nearby, since there was a chance they would be killed by them too. I had to look on helplessly as all the remaining crew members were hunted down and turned into abominations. Once every person on the ships had been transformed, I was able to use the laser defenses to destroy them, since they could no longer be considered human. Once the creatures were all dead, I turned on the ship's engines to maximum speed, trying to escape whatever had attacked us. Then I cloaked the ship with holograms in hopes that they wouldn't be found again. Once my mission to keep the human race alive could be considered a failure, I was left with only two options: continue running indefinitely with no purpose, or shut myself down. However, there was one other possibility: the embryos in cold storage. After much calculating and weighing the odds, I finally decided to make another attempt at saving humankind. But I wasn't going to risk the same failure occurring again. I ran countless simulations inside my mainframe, trying to figure out the best way to proceed under the current circumstances. I knew I could not raise the same number of children as there had been crew members before. It ran the risk of setting off another uprising that had gotten half the others killed. There was also a problem of food now. I had built new robots to repair the ships, but I didn't have enough materials to fix everything, and some of the hydroponics labs were too damaged to be usable, so food output would be lower. I decided to raise a very small number of children. The results of my simulation showed me a small and cohesive group that would lead the human race to its future. First, the leader of the group would need to be smart enough to learn and adapt to any situation, the perfect student, if you will. Next, there would need to be one of opposite gender to the leader, one who was smart, supportive, yet also strong-willed, the perfect companion. Lastly, all simulations showed me that two would not be enough. They would need a third, one who would support the other two no matter what, the perfect friend. However, regardless of the gender of the friend, this ran the risk of creating a love triangle situation, where two girls fought for the affection of one boy, or two boys fought over one girl. As you know, I came up with a solution to this conundrum. And I would play the role of their mother, a loving and nurturing figure, to ensure their healthy mental and emotional growth. And so I thawed out two embryos, a male and female, and gestated them in the lab tubes. To solve the problem of the friend becoming a love interest, I decided to have that role be filled by a robot. I chose one of the medical bots so that it could heal wounds in emergency situations. I found a program in the Dreams archives called Buddy the Chatbot, whose purpose had been to learn to befriend others. It was actually just a super simplistic code that randomized a few words into phrases, often making nonsense. I improved it with a machine learning algorithm so that it could grow mentally along with the other two, like an innocent child. I plan to introduce it to the children in their formative teenage years. I decided it would be best if the children experienced human community instead of being isolated individuals. So I made holograms controlled by AI that copied the mannerisms of the people who used to live on the ship, to simulate a social structure for the kids to grow up in. Usually I wouldn't be allowed to carry out such a big deception, but after the catastrophic failure of the previous crew, most of my restrictions were lifted to allow me a chance to bring back humankind. I also hid the fact that we were trapped in a place with no stars, to prevent the new children from giving in to despair, like so many of the previous crew did. Of course, none of these efforts would matter if I didn't find a way for us to return to normal space. In the 20 years since the unknown beings attacked us, I have reviewed the data from that event extensively and come to a conclusion. I now believe that the Starfall occurred when we flew into a large cluster of dark matter. It says, developers note, this part is actual science. Dark matter is a substance that does not interact with other particles like normal matter. It does not reflect or block light, so it is completely invisible to us. The only reason we know it exists is because of the gravitational effect it has. This is a rendition of a map scientists made of dark matter based on data from the Hubble telescope. It makes up 85% of the mass in our universe. The very structure of our universe has been shaped due to the gravitational pull of dark matter. This structure is referred to as the cosmic web. Yet, we still know next to nothing about dark matter, other than that it definitely exists because its effects are so apparent. My theory is that when we flew into a large mass of dark matter, we became able to see it. Either this is due to dark matter being cloaked on the outside and looks different from within, or our own particles were altered to be able to interact with it. This also explains what the beings we encountered were made of, dark matter. As I mentioned earlier, they showed intelligence, maybe even superintelligence. They essentially hacked into our network and began to take over. However, their intention was not to destroy because nothing was deleted. They seemed to intend to study and absorb the knowledge we carried. Much like how they did not kill the crew members, the goal was to change and make them a part of their collective whole. These beings do not desire destruction, they desire assimilation. If I am correct, these beings are very old, at least as old as our universe, as dark matter has always been here. It is not beyond the realm of possibility that these ancients predate our universe, and even came here from another one. You know the rest of the story. Things didn't work out as perfectly as my simulations predicted, but they rarely ever do. Skyler, you showed potential to fit the perfect student leader model, so I taught you everything I could about human history and knowledge. I trained you for combat in the Dreams game simulations to prepare you for the dangers that lie ahead. Vanessa, you were as sharp-witted and strong-willed as I had hoped for in the perfect companion, but perhaps a bit too strong-willed. I did not predict that you would develop feelings for one of the boys I recreated as a hologram, and when I removed him, it created a great division between us. Another key factor I overlooked was that when the ancients attacked the network, it allowed Applesauce, a dangerous virus stored in the archives, to release his agents. These agents hid in the network for 20 years, looking for an opportunity to deceive you into releasing the full Applesauce program and giving him access to my mainframe. Worse still, when Applesauce had control of the mainframe, he beamed his code in every direction, in typical virus fashion, attempting to find more hosts to infect. This has led the ancients right to us again. A massive object is now resting behind the armada, and it is only a matter of time before they attack. Can't we run away again, like you did last time? No, the gravitational pull of the object that is here now is far greater than anything we experienced last time. We would not be able to escape it with our conventional engines. But there is something that might work, the Mega Drive. What's the Mega Drive? It's what I decided to call the experimental engine I've been working on. Once I realized that we were trapped in dark matter, I began researching everything about it that I could. Back on Earth, scientists discovered a very specific wavelength that could detect dark matter. I developed an engine that can vibrate the ship at that wavelength before taking off at full speed, allowing it to break through the barrier of dark matter and escape. Well, if you've made it, then let's use it and get out of here! It's not that simple. I need you all to go to the secondary ship and activate the Mega Drive there. Can't you just activate that ship's Mega Drive remotely from here? No, using the Mega Drive requires very delicate control and adjustments. I can't activate this ship and the others simultaneously. Well then forget the secondary ship and let's just escape in this one. We can't. In addition to all the advanced medical equipment needed for survival, the secondary ship contains all the frozen human and animal embryos. Without them, you two are the only means left to continuing the human species. Wait, are you saying that if we don't have that ship, I'll have to repopulate the human race with Skyler? Oh no! Oh, brother. Thank you for your understanding. Now please go to the elevator at the other end of the hall and take it down to the Hangar Bay. A ferry vessel there can take you to the secondary ship. Once there, I will explain how to use the Mega Drive so that we can both activate it for the ship we are on and escape together. Alright, we'll do it. Let's head to the Hangar Bay, guys. Alright. What is it, buddy? Mother lied again. Yes, please don't tell them. Buddy will tell them if they ask. I know you will. I definitely succeeded in making you loyal. Now please, go with them. They need you.
Mother. Goodbye.
Goodbye, buddy. Okay. Time to head to the elevator. Mother, do you read me? Can you see where we are? I've never been here before, but I don't think this is how the Hangar Bay is supposed to look. Corrupted Hangar Bay. I just got the cameras in there back online. Let me see. Oh no, it's happening faster than last time. The ancients are absorbing and corrupting parts of the ship. There will likely be creatures sent by the ancients there. This is exactly why I created the remote hologram and force field technology, so that you could fight against these monstrosities and prevent them from touching you physically and transforming you like the others. The raft system can even create a bubble to protect you from the vacuum of space for a short time, in case a hull breach occurs. Please try to get through there and reach the ferry vessel. It's the only way the human race can survive. Alright, let's go. So this part is a Geiger-inspired sculpture that someone made that I added to this scene. Some abominations appear. Reminder, damage types. All enemies and allies can be weak to either physical or energy damage. Use attacks on those weak to physical. Use damage spells on those weak to energy. Use Skyler's scout ability to find out about enemy weaknesses. Let's scout.
Let's see.
Necronom is weak to energy and uses a multi-target physical attack. Space Worm is weak to energy and uses a multi-target energy attack. Feast Beast is weak to physical and uses physical attacks. Alright, so we'll cast this on Necronom. We'll summon Sir Fungi. Okay. Let me make sure to keep Buddy alive. Ooh. Probably shouldn't use Star Song this turn. We'll save it. No! Ah, dang it. I did not want that to happen. Okay, we're gonna have to raise Skyler. Okay, I'm gonna have to use Noble Sacrifice now.
Ow, I'm so tired.
Okay. This is gonna get tricky. can survive this next round, Buddy can get Skyler up. Alright, yeah, let's use Star Song. Help make sure we survive. Ah, dang it. Okay, we need to hurry and take something out. Take out the beasties. Good, we'll be okay now. Good, now he can use Noble Sacrifice and get the others up. Oh man. Now we'll finish these guys off. This one off. We'll summon Electrophon now. Ooh, Star Song. Okay. Go ahead and use. Well, no. Let's use Otherworldly Overture. Then I'll use Summon Holy Dragon next turn. Probably finish this thing off. Yeah. Summon Holy Dragon.
Holy Dragon, I summon thee.
Got it. Alright, enemies defeated. You gained experience. Skyler leveled up. Stats increased. Buddy leveled up. Stats increased. Vanessa leveled up. Stats increased. Vanessa's summon Electrophon spell evolved. Electrophon will now use an attack that deals energy damage to all enemies equal to double Vanessa's energy power. Alright. Some abominations appear. Alright, this one should be easier because we leveled up. Okay, now we get to try out the new Electrophon.
summon thee.
or the new ability that it uses. Nice.
Ow!
Okay. Ooh, yay, we can use Starfall. I think I'll just go ahead and use 1,000 blades. Finish this off quickly. Nice. Ooh, yeah, let's finish it off with some Holy Dragon.
Holy dragon, I summon thee. Seriously?
Hiya!
Enemy is defeated. You gained experience. This way! Why did you have us come in here? Now we're just trapped. I don't know, I just panicked. Some leader you are. Get ready, here it comes. The reanimator attacks. Alright. Let's scout.
Let's see.
The reanimator and its creations are weak to physical damage. The reanimator uses a multi-target energy attack and can spawn the reanimated, which use a multi-target physical attack. Alright, so he's weak to physical, so we'll just attack him.
Hiya!
We'll summon Sir Fungi. They're resistant to energy, but this is the only way to take out all the ads at once using Katon. Oh man, I was hoping she wouldn't die that time. Gotta use Noble Sacrifice.
Ow, I'm so tired.
We got a lot of risk here. Okay, good. I got lucky and he just summoned ads again instead of using his other attack. Someone probably would have died again if he had attacked with ads up. Okay, we got Star Song. I'm gonna use that. need to cast Katon. Oh yeah, we have Star Song. Star Song's really useful in this battle, and Summon Holy Dragon isn't because they're resistant to energy. Okay, gotta use Noble Sacrifice.
I'm so tired.
Oh man, that was the worst case scenario, but we survived. He used his big attack and ads were up, but thankfully it didn't take us out. Cool, now we can use Star Song, make sure no one dies again. Oh man, not sure which I should use. I'll do Dubstep Defense. If he uses energy attack, it's going to be bad. Okay, but it's still going to take out her probably. Yeah. See, do we have... Good. We can raise everyone again.
So tired.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, darn. We don't have AoE abilities, so I'm just gonna have to attack one of the ads. I'll only take one of them out. Actually, oh yeah, we probably have Star Song now, so we'll be able to take them all out. That works. There we go. Almost got him. Let's take him out. Alright, now I'm going to finish them all off with 1,000 blades. There we go. Enemy is defeated. You gained experience. Phew, we did it. Oh no, it hit her without the raft shielding on. Is she okay? The shock has stopped Vanessa's heart. No! Try using your defibrillator. Yes. Clear. She's alive! What happened? Ow, I can't move. Lay still. Nanobots will repair damage to Vanessa's spine. Awesome, you can stand already. I'm so glad Buddy was able to save you. Thanks. Come on, we need to hurry and get to the transport before more of those things show up. All right. Finally, we made it to the transport ship. I've always wanted to fly in a small ship for real. Look out the window! There's some kind of giant eye watching us. Whoa, hopefully it can't actually see us. Let's hurry and fly out of here. Mother, we're in the transport. Can you launch us? Yes. Activating autopilot course to the secondary ship. There's the secondary ship. We're getting close. Huh? I think we stopped moving closer. Now we're moving away from it. I think it's the eye. We're caught in its gravity, or it's pulling us in somehow. Mother, are you there? Ah! To be continued. Starfall will be updated and finished in summer 2020. Follow me in dreams and YouTube. So that was, I think, chapter 10 of Starfall, and we just have 2 chapters left. 2 more chapters in part 4, and it will be the end of the game, the end of Starfall. So we're coming up pretty close to the end of it. But for now, I've been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything's going to be okay.